This is the emergency clinic's nurses station, where any and all paperwork gets processed, as well as allowing all the staff to be in constant communication with each other. These people are here to keep things flowing. Any and all updates you'll find here. These doors over here are the doors for emergency drop-offs, and they allow a quick entrance for the EMTs. They'll usually roll in and drop the patients off with a doctor or nurse who can attend them first. Of course, not all patients that come in are in need of immediate medical attention, but we do make sure that all are assessed when they come into the door. In here, we need to be strategic with who we see first. Since we're so short-staffed, we're in a tighter position. We need to make sure that we're not spread too thin and we can support one another when the time comes. Some nights will be calm like tonight, and others will be so packed that you'll wonder how you and the others even survived. Remember that the most important thing is that the more you do this, the easier it'll be for you to handle any and all high-pressure situations. You can do this. It's scary the first few nights, but you have an amazing staff behind you, working just as hard as you.
I brought you some peppermint tea. You've been working for hours, Vixie. Why don't you stop for the night? Your designs are looking great, sweetie, but you're starting to run on autopilot. And you're not using the right thread for that fabric.
What? Oh, man. Well, there goes that skirt. Such an easy thing to remember. How did I mess it up? Ugh.
I know you've been stressed since what happened with the Lucerns.
Mom.
It's not your fault, Vixie. And you know it's not. And who knows? Maybe you'll meet someone at the fashion show. Someone who doesn't treat you like a second-class citizen. That family would have stopped at nothing to make you miserable. You deserve someone who cares about you, regardless of what you do in life. Why don't you stop for the night? You need to get some fresh air and relax, okay?
You're right. Maybe the fresh air will do me some good. 9 hours straight, my fingers are numb. There's a little bar that just opened up not too far from here. I'll go check it out.
And since you're going out, I need you to stop by the market on the corner and grab us a few bacon things. Come on now. Get dressed, and you'll be feeling a lot better. You'll see.
Of course, she needs some groceries. I can't ever just go out, can I?
Yes, Mr. Sacrament, I know. These questions are bizarre, but they will help me to understand why your abdomen is in pain. According to the CT scan, along with the answers you've given me, I can tell it's the medications we had you on for your arthritis. It's causing a side effect of mild pancreatitis. I'll have the nurse take some blood samples as well as get an IV of saline in your system to calm the nausea. Once we get the results back, we can let you go. It shouldn't take too long. Excuse us. If you notice the scan readouts here, his pancreas is inflamed, and we need to report this to his rheumatologist in order to switch his medication to something less impactful on the system. I'm impressed. Yeah. I'm impressed with how well you're handling yourself tonight. 3 deliveries and you didn't even faint once. That takes a strong stomach. I know it's getting late, but don't worry. The night is almost over for us and we can go home and enjoy the morning. You also did well at the dinner last night. Your mother and I were happy to have one night where we didn't have to worry about you doing something strange. I noticed that the daughter of the Salutum Pharmaceutical Company president was talking your ear off. You two have a nice conversation? Well, it must have been, considering she was closer to you than your shadow all night long. So when are you two seeing each other again? What? What do you mean never? I thought you said she was sweet. That could be the perfect matchup for you. A doctor and a pharmaceutical heiress? You can't write something that perfect. You were just using her so others wouldn't talk to you, weren't you? Just using her status to ensure people would leave you alone all night. I don't even know how to respond to that. Not breathing and non-responsive. Deep lacerations on her arm and neck. Bring in the crash cart now! Charge the paddles and get her shirt open so we can have direct contact. Get an IV drip in her, as well as a syringe with 15 mLs of morphine for the drip. We need to set the fracture and get the wound clean of all of those glass pieces ASAP. Nurse, take the BVM and begin breathing her. Get that EKG hooked up so we can track her progress. Clear! There we go. Alright. Nurse, keep breathing her. And now doctor, grab onto the top of her thigh. We need to set the bone. Now, doctor! Okay, on the count of 3, we're gonna pull and set her leg back in place. Be on standby with the splint. 1, 2, 3! Okay, there we go. Get the splint around her leg and pass me the surgical clamps. I see a few shards of glass in there. Doctor, hold this flashlight close so I can see the edges reflect while I'm doing this. How's her heart looking, nurse? Fantastic. Please inspect her for any other injuries while we finish up her leg. I don't see any infections in the bones, so we should be good to go. Please hand me the surgical thread and the needle. Check her records to see if her tetanus shots are up to date, and get some antibiotics in her to prevent any infections, as well as a blood type to set a transfusion. Doctor, if you're going to shake, then move out of the way of the nurses and let us finish. She's fine. Turns out she was T-boned by some drunk idiot. He was fine, ironically. He's been arrested. But her family is here to make sure that she goes home safe. It's okay to freeze up on your first life or death emergency. It is scary to think that in one moment you need to be the strongest person in the room, otherwise it can all go south. There are times where you have support from an amazing team that is also leading the pack with you, but in the overnights you'll most likely be here and another doctor may be busy with someone else. You need to be loud to rally the troops and keep them calm by telling them exactly what to do. They don't care if you scream at them, as long as they can hear you. I think we've had enough for the night. The next shift is here to relieve us. Let's go get changed and go home. You want to stop by in the bar on the way home? Are you sure? They'll probably be an hour from closing by the time you get there. You want me to come along with you? Alright. Just don't be out too late, okay? Here's some cash for a cab. Just be safe, okay? I'll see you at the house.
Have a good night, Mrs. Sacraman. Hope your husband gets better soon. Alrighty. Got everything on my mom's list. Now time to go check out the... Have a good night, young Lucerne. Let go of me. What are you doing? Your dad is going to kill you if he found it. Oh my god. Oh my god, sweetie, you're shaking. Let's get you inside. There's a little cafe right here that's open. Come on. Hey, can I get 2 coffees, please? Thank you. Sit down. You're completely pale. What happened? Oh. Oh, wow. Really? Was she okay? Oh, well, that's good. First night, yeah, kinda froze, huh? I'm not just saying, huh, like, oh, it's nothing. It must have been terrifying. But it is your first night, and it sounds completely natural because you did say that her thigh bone was on the outside, right? Yeah. I would have passed out. At least you were standing, even if you barely functional. Your dad say anything? Just had to work the room, huh? Well, I'll bet money that the same thing happened to him on his first night. I mean, doesn't every doctor have a story like that? I know it's scary, but I'm really proud of you. You're really brave to have been able to just keep standing and stay conscious. Me? You know. My fingers are as held on by the thread as my skirts are. Or as my sanity is. I'm almost done. We've got a couple more gowns to do, and then everything's gonna just click together like magic. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a great opportunity. Look, don't start talking like that, okay? I'm only doing this to help you because you look like you needed it. You look like you needed a friend to talk to. And that's why I'm doing this. If I don't stay away from you, I'm not going to be able to keep myself away. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at you, even now, is hard. Because all I want to do is just be in your arms. All I want to do is just leave this place. I want to hear you tell me that you love me again. I just want to be with you. Leave me. It's something I've wanted more than anything. But we can't keep doing this. Something's gonna happen, you know? Your dad is very influential. And I know that I'd never be able to fit in with your family. It's just the way things are. Your family would never accept us. And you can't leave them. You're too important to them. And I'm not gonna just let you leave them. You've worked so hard for that degree. I'm not gonna let you just walk away from it. You have a great opportunity to help a lot of people. And honestly, I can't think of a more amazing thing. You and I are not meant to have it all. Well, you were. I wasn't. It doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter how famous I get. They're always gonna see me the same. Listen, it was nice seeing you, young Lucerne, but I need to go. Have a good night. Let me go. Good night, young.